Hello everyone, and let's talk about the new federal government slow-moving train wreck through the delayed resignation program announced by the Trump administration. Employees who opt in received full pay and benefits until September 30th, 2025. They don't have to comply with in-person work requirements, and they may well be placed on administrative leave. That's giving them something like 7 months for many of them of paid vacations. That is very much encouraging mass departures. The goal of the Trump administration is to reduce the workforce without political backlash. It's essentially a buyout. What you'll see is that the people who leave are the people who are most able to leave, the most experienced and skilled employees. There will be some employees who are left on the payroll who will not be very good. They will not be the most skilled. They will not be the most experienced. And what we'll see for the next few months is a false sense of normalcy. But October 2025, when people will actually fully leave, because in the meantime, some people at least will still be working remotely, they won't be placed on administrative leave, that will see a collapse of critical government services. That's what I mean by a slow motion train wreck rather than an immediate breakdown. We'll see huge delays in Social Security payments, in Medicare processing, Medicaid processing. Homeland Security intelligence agencies will lose key experts, especially in cybersecurity, who are folks who are much more capable of getting jobs outside of the federal government than some others. Federal law enforcement will struggle to investigate crimes as people are leaving. Businesses will suffer a lot. There will be stalled regulatory processes, copyright processes. The US Patent Office, for example, is known as a place with lots of remote work, so lots of people will choose to take this resignation offer because they have been hired to work remotely and they otherwise have to come into the office. And now they can work for the next few months outside the office and then they leave. The economic growth will be severely damaged. Hiring replacements will be slow and difficult because the federal workforce will no longer have the reputation as a place you can work for life with this sort of approach by the Trump administration. There will be many underqualified workers, leading to more inefficiencies and problems. Decades of institutional knowledge will be lost. Government functions will be weakened permanently. And we as taxpayers will bear the cost of inefficiency and inaction, and it will be especially bad for those who are more vulnerable, older folks, children, people with disabilities, and so on. The program, in other words, this resignation program, voluntary resignation, is not about budget savings, but truly it's about dismantling the government. The illusion of choice hides a systematic effort to hollow out government capacity. Rebuilding will take generations. Services that Americans rely on right now, including many people who voted for Mr. Trump, for President Trump, will be permanently weakened. The true cost will only become apparent in October when disaster strikes with a slow-moving train track. I hope you've enjoyed this sad episode of the Wise Decision Maker Show. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and it helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, email me at gleb, Gleb, at disasteravoidanceexperts.org. I'm sorry, .com. Gleb at disasteravoidanceexperts.com.